CHOGM Park, Lagenda Park, Lagenda Lake in Kuah, Langkawi. We started by walking through the man-made beach area with all the signs, no pecking, no dogs, and all the things that people ignore. And then an explanation of the whole of the Langkawi Island Group Geo Park. And we walked down the footpath near the beach, and if you bother to look right out on these panoramic ones, you can't see it, but in the middle of the picture is my yacht. Further to the left is the Langkawi Eagle, immigration and ferry terminal. And as you walk around the footpath, you can get a better view of my yacht and the other sites in the Kuah beach area and Bass Harbour, Kuah, Langkawi. So you continue to walk around the running track, if you want to call it, and you get a good view of the yachts and a good view of the ferry terminal, immigration and the Langkawi Eagle. Now the CHOGM Park monument was built in 1989 for the Commonwealth Heads of State meeting, and it was a contrived tourist attraction for that meeting, and it's in behind it is the local mosque. But you'll see from left to right there's a whole heap of flag poles, or there used to be flag poles with all the CHOGM countries' flags, plus the Malaysian flag and the Kedah state flag. But there's no flags now, but the stainless steel poles are still there. Here's a lovely view from the CHOGM Park monument, standing on top. A wall monument just down the stairs from the CHOGM monument. I don't know what it all means. Now on the other side of Lagenda Park, or Lagenda Park, is the ferry terminal car park, and there's a lovely lake between the car park and Lagenda Park entrance. Just further over a little bit, there's a concrete slab, and underneath the concrete slab is some locals, sea otters. They're a bit shy, but they get around, and I've seen them 3 times so far. So walking from east to west, you can walk through Lagenda Park, and this is the entrance opposite the lake. And the legend on the brickwork is of the Langkawi Geo Park district. Legend, get it? I was unable to find any history of the different sculptures and monuments and structures around inside Lagenda Park. So just turning the camera around of the gardens. Oops, Linda's trying to dodge the video camera, and that's the entrance. About halfway through in the middle section is this tunnel and another sculpture. And this tunnel has a sign on it, so you can walk through, and there's tiles on the walls with some graphic art, and they're fallen off. Most of them are fallen off, and there is repairs going on. So here's some stills just to show you what they're up to. Maybe they're not repairs, maybe it's a deliberate design. But when you get to the other end of the tunnel, as you walk through the tunnel, you get to a sort of Roman amphitheatre, obviously to perform musicals or such. And there are another two exits and entrances. Excuse the camera, it was starting to get really hot. Opposite that, there's the children's playground and swings and slides and such. And you can see a sign saying, "I love Langkawi." These are the toilet blocks, and they're in disrepair and need a bit of work, and that's what's happening around the park. There's a lot of workmen fixing things up. This is a broken teapot, and this is why I think that some of it was Alice in Wonderland type artwork. Another rest area. I sat down and waited for my wife to catch up. Then in the centre there was a bigger lake, not as big as the one outside the main entrance of Lagenda Park. And this is a 10-acre park, and there's so much to see in there, and beautiful gardens and some structures all placed around. Originally CHOGM was meant to be a retreat for government heads of state, and that's why I think that the park has a lot of rest areas, and this is one of them here, another rest area. My wife likes taking photographs rather than video, and this is one of her favourites, the panoramic view of different things within the park. Me, I couldn't be bothered. Then they had this walkway over a viaduct that went right through the centre of the park. And on the other side of that bridge was an entrance way to one of those rest areas that I was talking about that they were doing up. Men were actually working on this one. Been to the supermarket and our backpacks were full of stuff, and we got back to where the CHOGM Park monument is, and Linda took some video of a rundown swampy lake with some artwork placed within that lake. And you can see there's a lot of work going on cleaning it up. So after we've had a little bit of a rest, carrying all the stuff, it was time to head back to the boat. I don't have a good eye for detail, generally speaking, but Linda loves flowers and she'd love to be able to grow them. We're not being too successful on the boat growing anything. The salt air gets to them. So she's taken a few photographs of different flowers. There was another area that we'd filmed a few weeks earlier, and it looks like a meeting hall, like a Hawaiian meeting hall. It was nice and cool, still needing a lot of repairs, but it overlooked the Kuah beach and Bass Harbour, and there was a few monuments around that. It was on a sort of a hilltop along with the monuments. So the video was produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of CHOGM Park, Lagenda Park and the Lake in Kuah, Langkawi 2020.